Have you ever envisioned a Lakers roster so formidable that opponents quake at the mere mention of it? Could a single move radically shift the balance of power across the Western Conference? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we bring you the most electrifying Lakers speculation, insider buzz, and everything you need to feed your purple and gold obsession. Now, smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update on this buzzing off-season rumor. Today, we dive into a seismic rumor that has Lakers fans buzzing from Venice Beach to Playa Vista. The possibility that veteran center Steven Adams is confirmed to head to Los Angeles. Picture it, Adams, the physical mountain of a man who has anchored defenses and set the tone for every team he's graced, onboarding with the Lakers to fortify the paint. But hold on, this isn't just about one trade. It's about a statement of intent. It's about signaling to the entire league that LA is ready to mix brute force in the front court with the offensive wizardry of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the burgeoning talent of Austin Reeves. So, could this be the moment the Lakers finally secure true interior dominance? Or is this just a smokescreen to drive up market value and distract rivals? Let's unpack every scintillating detail. According to the report from Lakers Daily, the Houston Rockets have made targeting a veteran center for the Lakers a clear priority this offseason. And among the names floated, Steven Adams stands out as the prime candidate. Adams, who spent last season anchoring the Thunder and then hopping to the Pistons, has proven himself as one of the most rugged, reliable big men in the league. With his gargantuan frame, nonstop energy, and relentless rebounding, he transforms any defense into a fortress. But why would the Lakers pursue him now? And what does it say about LA's vision for a championship window that's still very much alive, even with LeBron now in his early 40s? Could this move be the missing link that swaps out uncertainty in the front court for ironclad consistency? Let's rewind to why the Rockets would even be involved. After James Harden's departure, Houston embarked on a full rebuild, acquiring young assets and accumulating draft picks as if they were going out of style. In that process, veterans like Adams became expendable in exchange for future capital. Sources close to the Rockets' front office suggest that they've actually built a package of draft picks and young prospects ready to sweeten the pot for any team willing to take on Adams' contract. Could the Lakers pivot their own roster, sending out second-rounders or even 2026 first-rounders to land this rock-solid veteran? And even more tantalizing, is there mutual interest, or is this merely LA fishing for buzz to keep other teams guessing? Fans are already dreaming of the bounce-back potential. Imagine a lineup where Adams' screen setting in the pick-and-roll creates gaping lanes for LeBron to exploit, or his boxing-out prowess snags offensive rebounds for DeAndre Jordan-esque second-chance points. Could adding Steven Adams allow Anthony Davis to roam free as the most feared two-way big in basketball, knowing there's a human wall behind him to clean up the boards? The possibilities are almost too delicious to contemplate. Some insiders believe that head coach J.J. Redick has championed this idea relentlessly behind closed doors. They whisper that Redick's vision for a modern two-way team hinges on a sturdy foundation in the paint, and that Adams' willingness to do the dirty work, set hard screens, dive for every loose ball, and battle in the post aligns perfectly with what the Lakers need to complement their high-octane perimeter firepower. Could this be the yin to LA's yang, a complement to LeBron's finesse and Davis's unmatched versatility? Statistically, Adams brought down 9.4 rebounds per game and averaged nearly a block per contest last season. More importantly, his defensive rating hovers among the top at his position whenever he shares the floor with an elite rim runner. Lakers insiders chatter that, in crunch time, opposing teams often doubled down on LeBron or Davis at the top of the key, only to find Adams patrolling the rim, ready to swat away any interior attempt. But here's the rub. Could Adams' post presence inadvertently slow down LA's transition offense? Some anticipated trade theories caution that adding a traditional back-to-the-basket big might sacrifice a layer of floor spacing. Yet, if that defensive anchor generates fast break opportunities and prevents easy buckets on the other end, would the trade-off be more than worth it? Reaction on social media has been electric. Laker fan forums are flooded with whispered rumors of front office meetings between Rob Pelinka and Daryl Morey, two executives known for their bold, sometimes bewilderingly aggressive trade tactics. One prominent insider tweeted, "Pelinka has reportedly offered a future first-round pick and a promising G League standout for Adams, but Morey is driving a hard bargain." Could this back-and-forth result in a blockbuster by next week's pre-draft gatherings? Some armchair GMs are feverishly crafting mock trade proposals. One suggested sending a package of Austin Reeves, a 2027 first-rounder, and a second-round pick to match salaries. But could the Lakers go even deeper, risking a pick swap just to secure that front-court stability Adams represents? Journalists in LA aren't holding back speculation either. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski hinted on his latest pod that there's serious dialogue around Adams fitting the Lakers' timeline like a glove. Meanwhile, local scribes at the Los Angeles Times have posited that Adams' locker room presence, his affable yet gritty personality, could be the cultural glue for a team looking to recapture its historic tenacity. Could this be the kind of veteran influence that propels young pieces like Rui Hachimura and Jackson Hayes to new heights? Some insiders believe that when a player like Adams walks in, he instantly sets a tone. Unselfish, relentless, and fundamentally sound. Of course, not everyone is convinced. A few cautious voices remind us that Adams is on a 2-year, $48 million contract, and that the Lakers are already flirting with luxury tax territory. Could this financial burden hamstring LA's ability to chase additional free agents in 2026 or 2027? Is there a chance that, by buying height and grit now, the Lakers sacrifice flexibility for future roster construction? Fans are publicly debating whether it's wiser to invest in a two-way wing or a traditional center. But what if the answer is both? Could the Lakers pivot mid-season, aiming to sign a veteran wing while using Adams to anchor the zone defense? Meanwhile, whispers from veteran players suggest that LeBron James himself has quietly given his blessing for Adams' acquisition. According to an ESPN source, LeBron sees value in having a consistent, unchanged presence inside when the other stars rest. He respects Adams' basketball IQ and physicality. Could LeBron's endorsement tip the scales? After all, when the king speaks, other voices tend to follow. And if LeBron believes this move could be the catalyst for a second-half playoff push, is there even a way to reverse course? Imagine the scene when Steven Adams first steps onto the purple and gold parquet. His broad frame towering over the paint, his towering presence already shifting opposing game plans before tip-off. If this deal comes to fruition, Lakers fans should brace themselves for a seismic shift in interior defense and rebounding. No longer will teams seek to exploit our rim protection or feast on second-chance points. Adams' relentless energy and rugged screen setting will demand respect. Suddenly, LeBron James and Anthony Davis can operate with more freedom, knowing that their rotations won't leave a yawning gap in the lane. But let's not ignore the practical realities. Adding Adams means absorbing his $24 million in annual salary for the next 2 seasons. The Lakers may need to shed salary elsewhere, potentially moving out a role player or a second-round pick to make the numbers work. Is LA willing to sacrifice that roster flexibility to lock in a Defensive Player of the Year candidate? Only time will tell. Yet, from a basketball standpoint, the upside is tantalizing. With Adams anchoring the paint, coaches can dial up more aggressive defensive schemes, perhaps a packing-the-paint approach, daring opponents to punish mid-range jumpers that Johnson's menacing length could contest. Could this transition unlock hidden stoppages in clutch moments? Could late-game defensive stops become routine instead of miraculous blips? Some insiders insist that the psychological impact of knowing Adams lurks behind every driver could force teams into rushed decisions, leading to turnovers and transition opportunities for Lakers wings. That mental edge often separates title contenders from pretenders. Offensively, imagine the added dimension of second-chance opportunities. Picture a high-low pass where LeBron lobs over the top to Adams for a thunderous slam, immediately flipping the emotional momentum back in LA's favor. Or envision Davis partnering with Adams in the pick and roll, creating mismatches that have opposing bigs scrambling to protect the rim. Could these sets become the bread and butter of clutch-time possessions? Fans have already begun speculating on late-game scenarios where Adams insists on setting a hard screen for James, then rolls to the rim for a simple catch-and-dunk finish. An embodiment of unselfish basketball that carries the aura of champions. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Critics point out that the modern NBA prizes floor spacing, and that packing the paint can sometimes backfire when opponents feast on open threes. Yet, when you combine Adams' interior discipline with Lakers shooters like Malik Monk, Austin Reeves, and Rui Hachimura, each capable of sprinting into catch-and-shoot opportunities, the risk becomes more manageable. Could Redick's schematic creativity blend Adams' brute force with lethal outside shooting to create an almost unstoppable formula? It's a theory that has pundits buzzing. When Adams and Davis share the court, opponents must choose between challenging the paint or guarding the arc, a lose-lose proposition, one analyst mused on Twitter. As the rumor mill continues to spin, Lakers PR teams have begun subtly planting hints. Cryptic social media posts featuring Adams' signature grin and a lone Lakers jersey hanging in an empty locker stall. Hashtags like #Paint Patrol and #Purple and Gold Jungle have started trending among die-hard support groups. Could this be LA's way of signaling to the basketball world that the Adams deal is all but sealed? And when official word finally drops, will the announcement ignite the kind of frenzy only the Lakers can conjure? A torrent of Welcome to LH banners, viral highlight reels set to celebratory music, and a wave of new season ticket deposits flooding the front office? But there's another layer to this saga, the ripple effects across the entire Western Conference. If the Lakers land Adams, what message does that send to rivals like Denver, Phoenix, and Golden State? Suddenly, the Lakers morph from a team that relies primarily on superstar talent to one that bolsters its foundation with championship-caliber role players. Could this shift force other contenders to scramble? Perhaps the Suns double down on perimeter defense, or the Nuggets seek to secure another two-way wing to counter LA's newfound paint dominance. The dominoes could fall quickly, reshaping trade dynamics and free agent signings in ways we can only begin to imagine. At the same time, this move might signal to current Lakers stars that the front office is fully committed to extending this championship window. For LeBron, now in his early 40s, adding Adams could affirm that LA isn't simply chasing a fleeting dream, but building a sustainable title contender. For Davis, it could provide the physical support he needs to return to MVP form without the constant nagging fear of operating without a safety net behind him. And for emerging pieces like Reeves and Hachimura, it's an invaluable lesson in what it takes to win at the highest level. A willingness to embrace the grind, protect the paint, and sacrifice for the collective goal. So, Lakers News Fan Report family, what do you think about all of this? Could Steven Adams truly be the missing puzzle piece that transforms LA into an unstoppable force? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe this move could be a game-changer, anchoring our defense, freeing up our stars, and sending a clear message to the rest of the league. We are here to compete for a championship, not to rebuild. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. Continuous speculation only fuels the flame, and as soon as more details emerge, we'll be here to dissect every angle, every quote, and every tweet. But for now, let the excitement build, the conspiracy theories run wild, and the countdown to official confirmation begin.